Hi, this is Kim Burke. This is a self-paced tutorial on how to use the program uPar by Don Johnston Human Learning Tools. The outcomes of this training are as follows. By the end, you will know how to use the educator dashboard, set up uPar for your students and interpret the data, and be able to identify a reading accommodation when indicated. What is uPar? uPar stands for Universal Protocol for Accommodations in Reading. The purpose is to determine how the student best comprehends text. Even though they may be reading below grade level or on grade level, they may be comprehending text grade levels ahead, which is very important to know. Students should always have access to rich text for topics of interest and other research-based topics at school. This protocol looks at comparisons among reading independently and comprehending, using a recorded adult reader and comprehending, and using a text reader for the same. This is how you set up uPar. Your district must have an account with Don Johnston for uPar for you to be able to log in and use it. If your district does have this, you go to educatordashboard.com, log in with Google, and click Assess uPar. This page has built-in support for you as shown in the mauve chart over here. We're going to take a minute to set up our students. You can go ahead and log into educatordashboard.com. Remember to click Assess and uPar, and then you can pause this screen and it will help you enter your students. After you click that Assess button, you're going to need to provide a name. We like to use our last name and an assessment password. We keep it easy because the kids need to log in. If your district has a subscription, when you start typing the student names, it should search them. If they've already been set up, they will pop up as well. Then it will prompt you to enter the grade level and reading level information. And then when this is done and complete, you can select Create. Directions on how the student will log in will pop up as you create, so be sure to write that down somewhere where you can easily access it. So why don't you take a pause right now, pause this presentation, and go ahead and try to set up your students. Okay, great. At this point, hopefully you've been able to set up your students and given the assessment. It's pretty quick. It only takes about 5 minutes per reading. So hopefully within 15 to 20 minutes, the student will be done. When you want to go back in and see the results, you go back into that home screen for uPar and click Monitor. The How button will show you how to interpret the data. The Reports button will give you the actual reports. I highly recommend watching this video on how to interpret the data. We're going to go through a few. Okay, this is how your student report pops up individually. So this student is a 4th grader. Their reading level is at 2nd grade. So it shows 2nd grade, in that upper quartile, they can independently comprehend at that 2nd grade level. Now they're comprehending with a human audio reader at a 3rd grade level. And as we jump up with this text reader, the upper quartile over here, 83% in 6th grade with a text reader. So that shows us that this student would highly benefit from a text reader. This student is a 5th grader at a 4th grade reading level, and it shows that the student can comprehend reading to themselves, not too far off on grade level with a human audio reader, and then frustration with a text reader. So this data really shows us that this student does not benefit from a human or text reader. So they're perfectly comprehending at their reading level. This student has a bigger gap of 4th grader with a 1st grade reading level, and it shows that a human audio reader, the student can comprehend at their grade level. So the student would benefit from that. uPar is great to use when you are thinking of accommodations for your annual reviews, because it will be very specific on what the student needs if they do have a comprehension goal and need. All right, how are we feeling? Keep going, I understand. I'm getting there, or stop, I need help. Again, feel free to rewind and look at some of the slides again. All right, you are ready to go. Hopefully you have been able to get your students in there, and I hope that you receive some good information. Here are some resources used for this site. Don Johnson is a wealth of support in their Learning Academy and on their website, so feel free to go there if you have extra questions. Thank you so much.